One of the biggest skills we need as parents is patience. You've literally got 1 minute to get in the car. It's been 10 minutes already. Can you please hurry up? Ah! I just don't know why I bother. Have patience. You must have patience. We've all been there. We've popped our top. We've lost our patience. We waited too long. Hey, school's in 5 minutes. 15 minutes, they're still upstairs. We're going somewhere. They're not ready. But what about the big one? They have the meltdown or tantrum, and we don't have any patience to deal with it. Now, I'm sure you know what I mean by that. A tantrum. I wanted that thing, and I'm going to scream and roll around and shout and not listen to anyone until I get it. And if it's a meltdown you're dealing with, it's where everything has shut off, you've gone into the downstairs primitive brain, and it's very hard to talk with your kid. Now, I don't want to go into too much detail of what's the difference between tantrums and meltdowns and how you deal with them in this video. But look out at the end of this video, because I'll direct you to the video I did specifically to help you with that subject. In this video, we want to more direct our attention to our own patience and how we can deal with it within ourselves. It's very easy to take it personally when your child has a meltdown or a tantrum or is taking their time to get ready for school, for example. We think, that's directed right at me. It's not. You was the same at that age, and so was I, and so was pretty much everybody else. The thing is, we're going through a stage of development in our growth, particularly upstairs in our brain where our brain is developing, and it's causing all sorts of chemicals and emotions to happen. So having tantrums, meltdowns, and just taking my time really is just growing up. So instead of us going on the defense about this, we need to take the offense and realize what is the best way to deal with this situation. And it's not to counter the fight, but it's to help our child. Putting that extra effort in, that extra time, and being very patient. Specifically, meltdowns, tantrums, we can take the time to hug a child, embrace them, and tell them we understand them. For example, if a child's running late for school, instead of standing at the bottom of the stairs screaming like in my previous video, why don't we go up and help them? The other day this happened exactly to me. My little girl was on the bed, and when I went up she was crying, something was wrong. So instead of saying, hurry up, let's go, which would have encouraged the situation, which would have released more cortisol, instead of that I sat down by her, I give her a hug. What's the matter? I couldn't do my tie properly. That's all it was. And it took 10 seconds to do the tie, and we're done. And by far one of the hardest skills to develop is patience, but it's also one of the most important ones, because if we don't spend that time to work on our patience with our child, to let them get on with it, what message are we sending them? By being a great patient role model for your child, comfort them when they need them, you're literally building the neural pathways in your child's brain to understand this is the way forward, and you will make your child more patient as well. So let's rank ourselves on our own level of patience. Number 1, you have 0 patience. When your child's late getting ready for school or they're having a tantrum, that is it. Done. Game over. Number 2, I do have a little bit of patience, but as soon as I don't get what I want, game over. Number 3, I have patience when my child is late, when they're having that tantrum. But if they don't do what I say within 10 seconds, game over. Number 4, I have really good patience when my child is late or has that meltdown or tantrum if it all goes to plan and it works. If after 10 minutes it's still not working, game over. Number 5, I have very great patience, and when my child throws a tantrum, a meltdown, when they're late, when something's going wrong, I'm going to see this through to the end. I'm going to work on my patience to make sure I don't lose mine, because I understand I am the role model here. And it's my child that's looking to me for comfort and support. Now, as I keep saying, patience for me really is one of the hardest skills. I think it is for everybody. So instead of just saying, I'm going to try and try and try, keep hitting my head against a brick wall, what I did was I decided to work on myself. I studied online, I read books on, calming, being patient, etc., etc. Because there isn't really anything more important than me being the best role model I can for my child to help them develop their patience as well as mine.